Reference 2.
Let's go.
That's awesome.
We expect problems all the time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What's fun is when I'm doing rights over Zoom like this, is the bane of my existence. Yeah.
You do a quick introduction, or you already do that, Randy?
No. We were just trying to get her unmuted.
Right
and
on.
Upright.
Right on.
But my name is Randy, and I'm in Oklahoma City.
Hi, Randy from Oklahoma City. I'm JC here in Nashville.
Oh, I love
And I
Nashville.
am John. I'm in Topeka, Kansas.
Hell yeah, Topeka, Kansas. Man, I played in a snowstorm in Topeka at the Booby Trap Bar.
Trap.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw you there.
Did it? Oh, shit. Well, see, meet you all over again. Jesus Christ.
It was like
you remembered the name even. That's awesome.
It was like 3 years ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago. It was like 2019 or something crazy like.
Absolutely.
And yeah.
So
Awesome.
let's start with a short history of your guys' band and how you guys got together and where you came from to where you are.
I guess the condensed version would be me and my drummer started this band way back in 2007. And it kind of takes some time to figure out who you are, what you want to do, what the goals are, who the right people are, what personalities,
Mm-hmm.
do the thing. So I just thought instead of quitting or starting a new band every time we found that we had like a roadblock or something, I would just push through and just keep forcing it to happen until all the stars aligned and got the right pieces into place. And I kind of think where we're at now. I think right now everybody gets along great. We're the strongest we've ever been, and I feel really good about the future. So here we are. This is it.
Yay!
That is absolutely awesome to hear. We're going to play a short little clip from Fear of Heights.
Okay, right on. That song changed my life.
I had to find it in my notes because I was like, I forgot the song name.
I don't know what are, so I'm with you.
Right. That is amazing.
That's a favorite of mine for sure.
Wow.
Like,
so good.
Song 2019, and it was the first single that we put out to represent the brand new album. We had a brand new sound. It was the first time we had ever kind of gone that route. It took out all the screams, solely just me doing my thing, and the response to it was insane. We got all these crazy like tour offers and festival offers, and it was the first and only of our songs so far to break 1 million streams on Spotify. So that's just wild how one song you can release and it can change the course of what you're forever, as cheesy as that sounds, but really true.
Very much so. And Radio Silence has been doing great, I assume, as well.
Radio Silence has been good for us. That was our first one to crack the Billboard charts, which I was like completely broke down in tears in front of my mom over, because that was just like a goal that I've had, is just like a wee little thing, like watching the Grammys and the Billboard Music Awards and stuff like that. I'm like, how cool would it be to have a song make hit that milestone? And Fear of Heights did that after the first week, and not Fear of Heights, sorry, Radio Silence did. And that's sort of mind-blowing, crazy thing that I never thought would happen. But I have screenshots and a fucking cake at my daughter's house to celebrate. Even if it's the only time it happens, I did it, and I can take that to the grave with me.
That's an incredible accomplishment. Like,
so is it really hard to get noticed in Nashville? How do you go about maneuvering through? I mean, there's so many greats there in Nashville right now.
Absolutely. The band started in North Carolina, and I think we're technically still based out of there. That's where we rehearse and do all of that. So we came up in the Carolina scene. It was only 2 years ago where, we were just kind of doing more touring and not necessarily doing these one-off local shows anymore, that I was like, you know what? I think it's time to like stretch my legs, move out to Nashville, and just be able to network and be more creative. We record out here in Nashville, so I've had a lot of opportunity to just kind of be creative and focus on making more music, which I've been doing kind of relentlessly at this point. So yeah, I absolutely love Nashville. It's like no matter what day, you go down to Broadway, walk into any honky tonk, and there are crazy talented musicians. So the imposter syndrome is a lot higher here for me, but surround yourself with people that are at this crazy high caliber, because it makes you want to get better. So
absolutely,
face some fears, be more well-rounded, that whole thing. I think it's been probably the best move that I've made, at least as far as just a musician.
Nice way to address that. That's awesome.
Cannot say enough good things about the food out here. So.
I have a buddy out in Nashville that we just had on not so long ago. He's a country singer. He has a band called Smith and Gone.
Very cool.
He keeps trying to convince me I need to make a trip out there for fun, and I'm
you
like,
should. I'm like, forever like, come hang out, get the vibe.
It's the cold time of year.
Yeah, and you know what's funny is I grew up a Jersey girl, and so country has never been my thing. But since I've been here, it's been all yeehaw and honky tonk. And I don't know who I am anymore. It's really changed me.
So JC, coming up very soon, like the end of this month, you guys start a tour. Looks like along the East Coast.
Yep, pretty much just hitting the East Coast. We have a lot of great fans that we've built over the years on the East Coast. We're doing this tour in support of a brand new single that we're putting out next Friday. Oh my God, I can't believe it's that soon. So I thought it would be really cool to release a song and then hit the road so that I can talk about it and experience people's reactions to it right away. I do not want to wait. It's been 2 years since Radio Silence been out. I want to see people reacting to it right there. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. And we're going out with awesome. Super sick, and I'm really excited to share the stage with them every night. So that should be a lot of fun, a lot of girl power.
I think I saw a teaser for your song that comes out on the 27th, if I recall. You get a little short teaser video for it.
A little taste of it.
A very, very little taste, because I was like, oh, we should play that. And I was like, that's not enough.
It's Inhale, Exhale, correct?
Song here. Here's a snippet of it. But yeah, I'm really excited for Inhale, Exhale to finally see the light of day. We actually recorded it at the same time as Radio Silence, but it kept getting a lot of roadblocks and red tape because I just kept going back and thinking of things that could make it better. Like we added a whole bunch of production to it. I changed the lyrics to it. I retracted because I thought I could just sing it better after, listening to it for a while. Like, ooh, it would be cool if I could do this. And then again, being out here in Nashville, I have access to be able to do that. So I'm like, why not just go and make it the best I could be? We just put a song called Radio Silence out. I think I'm going to do exactly that for a couple of years and just kind of get myself in a space where I'm not feeling so burnt out, and I can put all of my energy into this and put something that I'm really fucking proud of out there. And like I said, I can't believe it's here next week.
Awesome.
Why?
Awesome. That's going to be the 27th, correct?
27th.
And it looks like you've got a show that night as well. Are you
Yeah,
guys going to be like premiering it or doing anything crazy?
we're definitely going to be playing the song the entire tour. We're actually, the very first night of tour is the 26th. So basically, we'll do that show and play it. And then it comes out at midnight. So we'll be able to celebrate with everybody that's there. And then the following 27th is in Greensboro, which is like a big hometown show for us. So it's going to be really cool to celebrate with family and friends and just kind of make a big, to do of it. Because
That's
what better,
awesome. Yeah.
just play for all the people who have supported you and have been looking forward to it. And we're excited. So it's a really cool kind of like breaking that wall and celebrating together, which like I'm a total sap and that's my vibe.
was that totally like a planned out way that you did that with the release date, or did it just happen?
Yeah, I was like, I thought it would be just smart to, put out the song, put out the music video, and do the tour all at once. Just really, hammer the pavement. We could sell the physical copies of it. We can, like I said, just experience what people's reactions are right away. And I think we've never really done anything like that. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
I have another super cool little tidbit of information about you that I want to talk about. You have a small connection to wrestling.
I do. It was actually the craziest thing. My manager at the time hit me up and he was like, "Hey, so do you think that you could knock out a theme song for Layla Hirsch? She's AEW. She's a Jersey girl. She actually lives in the exact same town that my mom lives in Jersey. So what are the odds?" And they were like, the catch is you have to like track it right away or like as soon as possible. So the next day I went into the studio, tracked it real fast, like learned it, tracked it, sent it off, and they played it in the stadium that night.
Holy shit.
So it was I was like, that's such a cool opportunity. If I can make it work, I'm gonna make it work. And that's been so cool. Like to hear my voice on TNT and like these wild things that you dream about, like when you're just starting in music and then to see stuff like that happen and you're like, that's fucking me right now. Stop. You're lying.
So have you been to like one of their events while your music was playing?
Because mostly during the whole pandemic, so there wasn't a lot going out, but that's absolutely 100% something that I would love to take advantage of if I get a chance to. It would be even sicker to perform that, so hit your girl up.
Well, hopefully you can make that happen. That would be super cool.
It'd be super cool. Would definitely be super cool. And it's really cool because like I grew up, like all my cousins were huge wrestling fans and they still are. So they were like, you were doing that? I'm like, who knew? The one that like didn't really know anything about wrestling is now like here doing the thing. And I feel bad because I get messages telling me to like say hi to wrestlers or like do wrestling podcasts. And I'm like, I can't. I'm sorry. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. I would sound so ignorant. I promise. But Layla is really sweet. I've talked to her a couple of times and she was so grateful to have like a woman like go out there and just knock it out for her real quick. Because I know she's a huge Hailstorm fan and like Queen Lizzie cannot beat her. But like I'm glad that like she was cool with what I did.
Right, absolutely. So what gives you your inspiration, like when you guys get ready to start writing songs or creating your new albums?
I like to draw influence from a lot of things. It's kind of just based on what I'm listening to at the moment, which when we did this, it was a lot of Bring Me the Horizon, a lot of Wage War, a lot of the New Architects, but then I'm also like a huge Billie Eilish fan. So I wanted to draw from some of that and mix it into the rock world a little bit. And then I just wanted to do something with this song, and this is why it kind of took so long. When we did Radio Silence, we put out Radio, and then we put out a remix version of it. So when we were doing Inhale, I was like, well, let's do a remix version. So we created a remix, but I thought that the production in the remix was so cool. I'm like, what if we took that and put it in the regular version and just had this mix of both of them? And so we tried that. I thought it was so freaking sick that we were going to release it August of 2021. I completely called it off so I could focus on just making it the best that it could be. And yeah, so then we those two worlds. And then this year, literally on New Year's Eve, I sat in the studio and I did another remix that's going to be released alongside it. Because like I said, we wrote it at the same time as Radio Silence. So I thought it would be cool, take that version, that's the main version, and then do a secondary version that's reflecting on that song 2 years later. So have the one that's like really aggressive and angry, and then the remix, which is like reflecting on it, like I said, 2 years later at 3 o'clock in the morning, and you're just kind of sad, reminiscing about like, damn, that really was a shitty spot. It really sucks that you cut people that you love out of your life, but ultimately I'm better and it worked out. So I think that the position of the two is kind of a cool vibe, and it's nice to bring something from 22 and literally the very beginning of 2023 into it. So it's kind of like the past and the present at the same time. But like I said, I'm a sap, so those kinds of little things are like me and nobody else.
Everything means something.
And, honestly, like with everything that I do, all of it is so intentional, but nobody knows except for me. Because I'm just like, here's a little Easter egg here, here's a little thing there, and nobody picks up on it. But like you looking back at it, I could be like, damn, you really got
that. One thing we always like to get out there, and we'll put it out in our comment section as well. Where's like the one-stop shop for anything Alike Divided from you guys, to where everybody can find you?
All of the socials are just at Alike Divided. So Facebook, Alike Divided, Instagram, Alike Divided, TikTok now, Alike Divided. I didn't think I'm so scared of TikTok because everybody on there is so cool and, you know, is up to date on all the trends. I know none of that. I'm terrified of being on the internet because I'm so terrified of people telling me how awful I am and just being mean for no reason. I'm too sensitive. So I'm gonna be brave and I'll be on TikTok. So like and also in the bios on there, it'll take you to Linktree, which has links to our merch, our show dates, tickets to shows, Spotify, all that kind of stuff. That's the one-stop shop that put it.
And you guys are alikedivided.com, like that's your website, right?
Alikedivided.com. I hope it's still up. I should probably check on that.
I might update that.
I know that I was playing around with your Linktree and stuff, like when I was digging through stuff last night as well. So, which is how I discovered that wrestling little tidbit that I said, that's super awesome. We have to talk about that.
I'm so proud of that. Oh, while I'm here, I don't know when this airs, but tomorrow the pre-sale and pre-save for the new song go live. So if you're listening to this in the future, go do that. Go listen to the song and tell me that you love it.
Well, this is live right now, but we will send you the edited condensed version tomorrow. So if you want to post it out to your pages and stuff as well, you can.
Awesome. I'm excited.
But our first guest, we had communication problems. We didn't get them in. So we had 30 minutes of us just talking about nothing. We're going to cut all that out.
Yeah,
so that nobody has to wade through that to get to you.
No good. It cuts straight to you, sideways.
Sideways, absolutely.
Wyatt.
Love it.
They're probably like, fucking finally. Someone got up.
I definitely covered all of my important notes section. And she covered one of the things, even talking about what brought her inspiration to the bands that she listens to or what. So I was like, well, I was like, cross that off too. She's going to say the same thing again.
That's funny because we were just talking about Wage War going on tour.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I saw that yesterday and I freaked out. I saw Wage War twice last year, but it was never a headlining set. So really excited to finally catch like them. So, I love that band so much, very much.
Really
I think
cool.
Incredible writer, just like a crazy, insane singer. So always just there starry-eyed watching them.
You guys did a tour, I want to say it was like 2 years ago at this point, but you did a tour with the Almas, which are dear friends of mine as well.
I love them so much. Crystal and Frank mailed me a copy of the CD and a poster, and they wrote me a really nice Christmas card. And I love them so much. They are my babies, and I want to adopt them, and I hope all the success of them in the future. The new songs are so sick. I did some background vocals on it in like but
yeah. More Easter eggs to find.
Yeah.
There were like some gang vocals and they were like, JC, do some. And I'm like, okay. And then I had Crystal do some gang vocals on some of our songs. So the love runs deep.
Awesome.
Absolutely. The last time they were actually here and played, it was on Frank's birthday. So I had to get him a cake and a little candle for his birthday.
Mush it into his face.
Yeah, I thought about it, but he's a pretty stout dude. I didn't want to get looked.
Nice. He's a sweetheart, though. We love Frank.
There's something I was going to spin off of that from, and I totally forgot what it was, too. So
you had one job.
So I'm going to skip whatever I was about to spin out of that. And I'm going to say, I'm going to ask you, like, starstruck. Have you ever been? And, like, who was it? See, that's a good question.
I do have. This is like one of the more embarrassing things that haunts me in the middle of the night. So in 2009, or it was forever ago, we opened up for Burns Red because I love that band so much, and we had absolutely no business being on that show. We were not up in the crowd us, but I didn't care. I just wanted to play with August Burns Red. So they play and then they go to their merch, and I thought their singer was like so cute, and my bass player was like, go talk to him, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what to say, and he pushes me and I bump into him, and he turns around, I'm like freaked out, so he turns around and looks at me, and I'm like, I sing too, and he's like, yeah, you were in the opening band. You have pipes. And I went, that was me. And then I ran away. So
that's awesome.
Cut to 10 years later, they did the 10-year anniversary tour of the album, and I run into him again, but I just stood with my back the entire time. There's no way he remembers that interaction at all. But shame has followed me for so long that I'm like, I cannot look this man in the face ever again. So that's probably my most starstruck moment, other than recently, A Day to Remember is my favorite band of all time. If you've watched any interview that I do, all I do is talk about A Day to Remember. I love them to death. And they played here in Nashville with Wage, where they did that acoustic concert. And so I couldn't really afford to go because I had some life things happen that prevented me from being able to buy tickets. So Jeremy McKinnon, their singer, posted like, playing in Nashville tonight, blah, blah, blah. And I just commented on it randomly, like, sucks, I'm too broke to make it tonight, or something like that. And a girl actually commented on it. She was like, I have a spare ticket if you want to come with me. And Jeremy McKinnon liked it and was like, this is so great, hope it works out. And I freaked out and screenshot. I'm like, oh my God, Jeremy McKinnon knows I'm alive. If it means a lot to you, with you, just one time, I promise to cry and get over it, and then we can do it again, and I'll be good about it. But yeah, those are like the two times that I've been wildly starstruck, and one wasn't. so I don't know what that's about me.
Randy, I'm going to pause if you had a thought. If not, I got one more question that I want to
No,
throw in
you
there.
go right on ahead.
I want to get your craziest road story.
Oh no, I have to think of which one and in what direction.
Maybe both.
Oh man, let me think. Because there's always such wild stories, so I have to figure out which one. Crazy. Oh man, sorry, this is gonna take a minute.
Not a problem. We'll talk amongst ourselves. So, Randy, how's your day been?
I don't really know, but crazy. Because honestly, we're not super crazy people. Like I do the shows and then I go to sleep pretty much immediately after, unless Danny's involved, and then we'll eat an entire sampler and drink like 6 cups of coffee, like a psychopath. But there's a couple of crazy times where, of course, it's in Vegas, where they're just good memories. Where we were out with Varsity and we were just there was this one dude at like one of the slot machines just like totally passed out drunk, and we're just like posing in front of him. Just like crazy stuff like that. But other than that, it's just we've had like people that have been like wild. Like people will like lick my hand and stuff like that. Just like weird stuff like that. And that's kind of like crazy to me. But like other than that, honestly, we're pretty tame. I'm probably missing something, and then it's gonna like hit me, and then I'm gonna message you like 6 hours now and be like, "Oh, I have one."
That's fine. That's fine. You can do that too.
Yeah, it just means you have to come on again to tell us.
Absolutely. And you just mentioned Varsity. Is that the guys from New York?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
We did our very first cross country tour with them, and so I always like to say that's my favorite tour because you play like around your local area so much that going to California seems like an unreachable goal. And so I've already say that I'm a big crier. I remember driving, seeing Welcome to California, and I fucking bawled because of course I cry for everything. It's honestly a problem. Like if I'm happy, sad, mad, frustrated, every emotion, I will cry for it. It's stupid. So I just decided instead of fighting it to just lean into it and let it happen. And the people that are gonna, accept me will take me, tears and all.
Absolutely, they will. Last thing I want to touch base. Your tour is just through like February. Do you guys have more summertime tour plans, festivals, and stuff, or is it stuff you can't disclose yet?
Nothing set in stone, but we do have some tentative plans set up. So we're kind of, after we finish this tour, we're gonna reconvene and then put the other wheels into motion, because I didn't want to overwhelm myself, which is something that I'm notoriously guilty of. I will just like have the next year of my life planned out. So with this one, I was like, you know what? I just want to be a little bit more present and just take advantage and focus on what I have on my plate right now. And then when that's done, okay, we'll do the next thing, instead of just constantly living in the future and just kind of not taking in all of the cool things that we're doing right now because I'm so focused and overwhelmed by planning the next thing. So right. I think it's going to be a nice change of pace for a little bit, but I'm definitely excited to get back out on the road, to keep going back out to a lot of these states that we haven't been to in a long time, like Oklahoma City and Topeka and all of that, because I had so much fun out there and it's been too freaking. So definitely looking forward to hitting the pavement a little harder this year, especially since we've got some new music up our sleeve.
That's awesome to hear. Randy, anything from you?
No. I'm just enjoying the shit out of her. She's awesome.
I know, right? I know we brought you in just a touch early tonight because we had our delay of our first band. I always want to thank you very much for taking time out of your day to join us.
I thank you guys for hitting me up and bringing me on here. Like I said, I haven't done any podcasts in a while, so it's nice to kind of be social and get back in the swing of things and reconnect and talk about stuff I'm excited about and not think of crazy tour stories that are eluding me right now. But we'll get there.
We will 1,000% have you on whenever you want to come on again.
Yes.
We do this every week. We always try to have 2 guests. Sometimes we fail.
And that's just how things go. So I'm here to talk as long as you need me to.
You have been absolutely amazing. I don't think we have any other huge topics to hit. And if not, if you'll hang out for just a second, JC, Randy, you want to take it out?
Yeah.
We bang your ugly friends too.